it's Samhita. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about 3 ways to strengthen your intuition. Now, intuition is something that I've always believed in solely because it's played a huge role in my life. I'm a very intuitive person, so much so that people have asked me for advice based on my intuition multiple times throughout my life. It has actually helped a lot of people gain more clarity, gain more understanding with respect to different scenarios and situations. It has been something that has been a key factor in who I am as a person. Intuition comes through in your life in ways that are close to unbelievable. We all have a certain sixth sense or a psychic muscle that most of us do not exercise on a daily basis because of our lifestyles, because of how much of input is there digitally, and the world around us having so much to consume with our senses. I think that's why we do not really tap into the sixth sense. We do not exercise the psychic muscle, but everybody has it. Everyone has the ability to strengthen and use their intuition. So today we're going to be talking about how you can strengthen your intuition for it to serve you and serve people that you love. We've heard of terms like gut feeling and a sense of just knowing something beforehand, or the psychic connection between a mother and a child when the mother knows when the child is hungry or not feeling well. So this concept has been around for a while, and I think it's definitely worth delving into and getting to know and inculcating in our day-to-day lives. So without further ado, let's get into it. 1. Intuition comes to a clear mind, an empty mind. And what contributes to a clear mind is a clean body. In a clear body, it's difficult to have a clear mind when your body is not feeling 100%, or you don't feel clean, or you don't feel like you're healthy. So health is a huge contributing factor to your mind having the ability to receive intuitive messages. So this is a very simple basic thing to keep in check to strengthen intuition: exercising and maintaining personal hygiene. Clarity in your mind and body after exercise and after taking a shower is something that lays the foundation for a mind to be more receptive. So something as simple as having an exercise routine and showering every day at the right time contributes to you having a stronger intuition. And as silly and simple as this may sound, it is very, very true. You are more receptive when you are feeling healthier and more cleaner, clearer on the inside and outside. Intuitive messages are always in the form of energy. So you are welcoming messages and information in the form of energy. And in order for you to be receptive and receiving of that energy, you need to have cleanliness, because cleanliness allows for fresh energy. When we're not feeling clean, or when we're not feeling 100%, there is stagnant energy blocking our receptors for clear intuitive messages and information. So as simple as that sounds, exercise and cleanliness is the way to go. Coming to our second point: meditation and breath work and spiritual practices. Exercising the psychic muscle, just like how being an athlete requires you to exercise your body and muscles, and being a mathlete requires you to solve math problems and practice doing math problems, and how being a singer requires you to practice singing every second day or every day. Being more intuitive requires you to exercise your spiritual or psychic muscle, and you can exercise your spiritual muscle by inculcating spiritual practices into your life. Spiritual practices include especially meditating. Meditation is something that will benefit everybody. It's something that you can incorporate into your day-to-day life. There are so many guided meditations on the internet that you could use, or you could practice meditating on your own. What meditating does over time is it allows you to connect to yourself more and more. It allows your thoughts to slow down over time. It gets better and better with practice, because initially when you start off meditating, it might get a little difficult. You might feel restless, you might have too many thoughts, but over time, as you practice it, it becomes easier and easier. In fact, it becomes very addictive in a good way. It's a good kind of addiction where you feel the difference. You feel the difference in your mind, body, and your soul. You feel more connected to yourself. You feel more rejuvenated, elevated, mentally more clear. So a lot of beneficial changes take place when you meditate on a regular basis. And meditation is one of the most simple spiritual practices that you can incorporate, that will help you on your intuition strengthening journey. Along with meditation, there's also yoga, there's a bunch of other things you can explore. Breathwork also comes under spiritual practices, but this deserves to be a separate category because our breath is so connected to our spiritual self. It is the bridge between our causal body and our subtle body. It is the bridge between our world and the world beyond. Breath is something that regulates life force or energy. It is through breath that you can access so many different avenues to your being and even realms, if we dig a little deeper into that. But breath work is something that is so powerful, so underrated in the world, so unknown about. But it is something that really, really connects you to your intuition, to your inner world, inner self, to your mind. Breathing consciously, paying attention to your breath has the capacity to make you more aware of your mental processes, your internal processes. It allows you to quieten down. It allows you to become more and more connected to nature. There's so much that happens when we start focusing just on our breathing and taking deeper breaths and having different rhythmic cycles and patterns to breathing. Third, and one of the most important points, letting go of substances and eating clean. Basically what you put into your body. Now, eating clean is a no-brainer. It contributes to point number one, whereas you feel healthy when you eat healthy. We're not going to delve into that too much, but I want to emphasize on letting go of substances, because if you're someone who uses or abuses substances on a regular basis, it is not conducive to you being more receptive and intuitive energetically. What substances do is they decenter us. They take us away from our core. They disconnect us from our inner selves. Substances allow us to escape our thoughts and mind and our conscious reality for a bit, but they ruin our vessel, they ruin our neural pathways, and they do not allow us to flower into our full spiritual potential. They disconnect us from ourselves in ways that go beyond what we can even imagine. We think maybe, oh, one night of alcohol isn't gonna, do much. I'm gonna be fine the next day. But it has repercussions that will cost you your best energetic self for days after that, and it'll take a lot of spiritual practices to come back to yourself. However, people don't realize this, and they just continue the same cycles of life, and they go back to work on Monday, and then what is happening is that you're energetically becoming less and less receptive the more you consume substances, and you're becoming less and less connected to your inner self. And people who use substances on a regular basis do not have a strong intuition. Unfortunately, that is why most of the world today cannot tap into their intuition so easily. It is definitely something that used to be a superpower for us human beings in the olden days. If you read a lot of Indian scriptures, it talks about manovidya, or mental processes that human beings were capable of in our day-to-day lives, which right now in this day and age seem unfathomable. If you want to become a more intuitive person, letting go of substances, unfortunately or fortunately, because it's good if you let go of substances. I speak from experience because I do not drink, smoke, or indulge in substances. I've had a time in my life where I've experimented with these things, but as an adult, I choose not to indulge and not even, try these things anymore, solely because they compromise our quality of life in so many subtle ways that we don't even realize, and very tangible ways as well. As we all know, substances hinder your ability to be your best self in more ways than one. So yeah, those were 3 ways by which you can strengthen your intuition. If you like this video, please leave a like, comment below, subscribe, hit the bell icon, all of that stuff, and I will see you next time. Bye.